What's up, my subs from RighteousRaikou discharging another episode of This Week in WWE, joined by, as always, your boy Conscious.
Hello.
Alright, so this week we have a lot to get through, I'm not gonna lie. It's been a long week, because we had TakeOver, Royal Rumble, Raw, SmackDown, the usual lineup, and two pay-per-views. It's a lot. So we're gonna try to get through the news relatively as quickly as possible, and then kind of dissect the pay-per-views because really not much happened during the week. Um, so getting into the thick of it, we got first things first is Dudley's are going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Alongside, obviously Goldberg is headlining this year. So I mean that's going to be pretty hype. Though I'm gonna say they should have saved it for next year because but I'll get to that in a couple stories down because there's a reason for that. Um, and then Rousey supposedly has plans for Mania. We'll also get into that again because there's more to that story. If you guys didn't watch Rumble, you'll understand. Um, Jamie Borash, who is famous for being a commentator for Impact Wrestling TNA, and he was basically the heart and soul of TNA, what presumed a lifer essentially. Yeah, he's apparently signed a contract with WWE now, so it looks like he's going to be working with WWE for the final deletion angle for the compound match of Hardy versus Wyatt, which I'm excited for, honestly.
Hmm.
And then we have a the next WrestleMania location is pretty much close to confirmed through various sources. Where I'm very very excited to announce this that WrestleMania 35 is to be held at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey / New York, and this is why I say the Dudleys should have been inducted next WrestleMania because it would have been in a New York crowd, and it just would have felt better. Them being inducted in essentially a home crowd, it would have been so much bigger because I would love to see them get inducted.
It's
But
because they have bigger plans. I think
oh,
honestly, it's because they have bigger plans for a New York tag team.
that's fair. I mean, I'm thinking I could be completely wrong on this conscious, but I'm thinking 35 is where Undertaker goes into Hall of Fame.
Maybe.
And if that's the case, I get to see Undertaker get inducted into Hall of Fame, which that's going to be amazing. Um, so we got Jason Jordan is currently injured. Not like he's out, but he's definitely suffering from a pretty serious neck injury right now, which will get more into how it's kind of affecting the storyline because it happened at Royal Rumble, and we kind of try to segment everything through. Um, Next, we got Bobby Lashley is coming to WWE. This is pretty much all but confirmed in the works, and
No,
it's
he is. Yeah, and they already have his. He's
yeah,
probably will not even debut till after post Mania.
yeah, I know it's gonna
And
be Brock Lesnar,
uh-huh.
and I mean that's like the most obvious match. But if Lashley wins that feud, that makes Lashley look like the absolute monster that he is, and if he comes up short, he still becomes top player regardless.
Hmm.
And I mean, I kind of would like to see like Lashley versus Strowman, Lashley versus Roman, even though I really don't like Roman, but I mean, it'd be an okay match.
Let's see. LOL. Roman wins title again. LOL XD.
Roman wins, lol. It's gonna happen at Mania. Yo, drink all the alcohol you possess if Zack Ryder wins a title at Mania. Um,
No, I will die.
yo, that's gonna happen next year. He's gonna win the Universal Championship at WrestleMania next year. Oh my
Um.
god, the pop would be ridiculous. But next we got Jonathan Coachman. Not not a lot of you people will actually recognize that name, but he used to be a commentator for WWE Raw back in the Ruthless Aggression era, and he moved on to ESPN for several years, and now he's come back to replace Booker T on Raw commentary. Booker T's not out of a job; he's on now the pre-show panels and all that. But I'm really really happy because now I don't have to hear Booker T's really annoying comments, and he never knows what's going on in matches.
Particular reason Booker T is not no longer on commentary is not even because of his commentary. It's because I think he's gonna go focus on his own shit. In
Yeah, but
particular,
my point still stands. If I just don't like Booker T with a mic.
in particular, he runs his own promotion, Reality of Wrestling, who actually picking up some steam thanks to them signing a contract with the Fight Network app. So they have a pretty they're growing in size fairly but surely.
That's actually really promising. Not gonna lie.
Mhm.
Though, not gonna lie, I kind of wish for a Royal Rumble that Scott Steiner commentated for the men's match, because Scott Steiner in math does not add up. His his TNA promo, he's like, I have a 33rd and a 16th of 900% chance. It I can't describe what he said, but it's so incoherent. It's hilarious. Um, and then the last bit of news we got is Seth Rollins currently has like a sustained back injury. It's not keeping him out of action per se, but it's they're going to try to lean both him and Jordan off for a little bit, so that way they can try to get their feud going for Mania. And I really hope that they get better quickly, even though I really don't give a crap about Jason Jordan, but whatever. So now we get to the good part of the week. We start off with NXT Takeover Philly, and because it's a Philly crowd, Heyman decides to hype up the crowd, talking about ECW and all that. Just the best way to possibly open up the show. And then the first match of the night we had, which was Undisputed Era versus Authors of Pain for the NXT Tag Team titles. And it was a great opener, honestly. It was fantastic. Just Authors of Pain showing dominance throughout almost the whole match. There was definitely a flurry of offense with the Undisputed Era, but it wasn't like a constant. They weren't on the offense a majority of the time. It was very small. And ended with it ended with a roll up where they went for the Super Collider, or AOP went for the Super Collider, and I think it was Fish that did a Hurricanrana on, I think it was Razor. I get the two mixed up because they look exactly the same, and he rolled one of them up and got the 1-2-3, and that tells that it's perfect for a heel victory, and then it protects Authors of Pain, who are probably going to go up within the next, I want to say, couple weeks.
Yep.
And then we had a nice little treat on the camera that they panned out to the crowd, and they showed War Machine was in the crowd. So
They showed the entire signee, all the signees for NXT.
well,
You
yeah,
got
but
War Machine.
they did it periodically. Like first it was War Machine, then it was now they're advertising him as Trevor Ricochet Man, and then EC space 3. Like there's an actual space between EC and 3, because that wasn't originally there when he was in TNA. So maybe that's his trademark of, just that way TNA can't take that from him. He put a space into it. I guess that's what he did, but I'm happy that he's now registered as EC3 and not Derek Bateman. Which that I feel like that's gonna confirm that Dixie Carter is gonna be managing him. I really think that's gonna happen. But anyhow, we get the next match of the night, which I want to argue it's probably the weakest on the card, but it's not a weak, like there was not a weak match on this card, and that's saying something if this is the weakest match on the card. Cassius Ohno versus Velveteen Dream. It was a fantastic match, but everything else on the card I feel like superseded it.
I 100% disagree.
Really?
Yes,
How
I
so?
absolutely love that match.
Yeah, but didn't I just say that there was not a weak match on the card? Like every match was great. It's this match was not as good as the
Actually,
rest.
I would argue this is the second best match of the night.
No, it's not.
Oh no, 100%. I agree. I think it's 100% the second best match of the night.
It was not better than Aleister Black versus Adam Cole. It was not better than Almas
It
versus
was.
Gargano. No, it wasn't.
It was.
No, it
No,
wasn't.
the only match I would say beat it was Almas and Gargano. It was the only match they could beat it.
I wholeheartedly disagree with you.
I I I 100% because the thing is that match had a lot of where's it looking up a lot of mental games with it
Well, yeah.
between
The thing is, there's
between
two.
him calling out Alistair, between a double century calling out Odo at the beginning of the match to knock him out, actually did, and he has the crowd from his hands by and then they put on a stellar match. It had down points, but it was a stellar match. I think it was the second best match of the night. If it wasn't for Gargano and fucking Almas,
No, it wouldn't be best
it would have
match of
been
the night.
match of the night for me.
I disagree with that. Because Aleister Black and Adam Cole, it that match played out so much better than Ono versus Dream. But that we can debate this for hours. Um, Next we had Ember Moon versus Shayna Baszler. I I love this match honestly. Shayna Baszler looked she's still inexperienced in the ring, but she's not green as everybody saying she is. She's actually really talented, and she has the heel psychology down pat of like nearly breaking Ember Moon's arm. Actually, almost looked like she did at one point, where she stomped on her elbow joint, and oh, it just looked nasty. And there was one spot where Ember Moon, after like so much damage to her I think it was her left arm because of like arm breakers and all that stuff, she went for the Eclipse, and as soon as she landed, she couldn't even capitalize on the Eclipse because of all the force on her arm. She immediately sprung up and had to like run. She was laying prone in the corner. It was rough, and then the match basically ended with a where Shayna Baszler was getting her in an arm breaker, and then Ember Moon found a way to kind of make a pin scenario out of it, and a 1-2-3, and so Ember Moon retains, but Shayna Baszler out of fury decides to do a post-match attack and just absolutely choke out Ember Moon to the point of just unconscious. And just like there's a point like it looked like she was almost like dry heaving, like it looked legitimate. And that's what I kind of like, that it actually looked real for a second. But all in all, I never really get disappointed with the women's matches on NXT. They have so much good talent there. And then they panned ringside to see Ricochet. And then we had Aleister Black versus Adam Cole, Bebe, in an Extreme Rules match. This was fantastic with the spots they planned and the camera work they had with the matches. It was with this match, it was fantastic. It worked with every spot they made. There was one spot where Aleister Black previously in the match, he set up 2 tables ringside, and as Aleister Black is trying to...
Adam goes up one, Alice set up the other one.
No, I thought he set up both of them.
Nope, we were talking about that. I had a conversation about that. Yep, they was up one table.
Because I don't know, the way it looked like he set up both, but
they both, each of them set up one.
But yeah, M. Cole threw a chair at Aleister Black, kicked it right in Aleister Black's face. He topples right through both the tables. Spot was beautiful. But eventually, it ends with Aleister Black hitting the Black Mass I think right off his steel chair on Adam Cole's
Yep, it hit
face.
it. He hit it. He hit it so well. The steel chair. No, he hit him in the face. He was gonna. I'm close pulling back for a chair shot, and it hit him with a black mass, and the chair went flying.
Because it was weird. Like the angle that it was shot at for a second, it almost looked like it was going to connect with the chair
Yeah,
for
yeah,
just a
yeah.
second.
But if you when you go back and look at it again, they showed the replay from another angle. It straight up shows Aleister Black just kicks it. Aleister Black kicks him in the face, dead in the face. Chair goes flying.
His kicks are ridiculously precise. Like it you could be holding something right in your face and you'll still find a way around it, right to your jaw. It's fantastic. Um, but moving on, they showed EC3 at ringside. Um, I'm really wondering what theme song they're gonna use for him because they can't use Trouble, and I really like that song for EC3. I'm mad. Um, but next we get to the best match of the night, which was Almas versus Gargano, and this is newsworthy, noting that Dave Meltzer gave this a 5-star match rating, which is very newsworthy in of itself because this is the first time in 6 years that a WWE match has been rated 5 stars. The last one was CM Punk versus John Cena at Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, wait, that's more than 6 years, isn't it?
Been six.
Oh, because that was 2012. I thought it was 2011. I can't. That to me, it's the same shit, different day. Um, but yeah, this match had everything. Um, Tons of heart shown by Gargano. Zelina Vega constantly getting involved in the match, and to the point of right when we hit the climax of the match, Candice LeRae jumps the barricade and just starts all out assaulting Zelina Vega and chasing her out the arena, and that was fantastic. Just heated up the moment. Then you started to think that Gargano was actually going to get the job done, but Almas capitalizes, hits a double knee against the ring post on the outside of the ring. Oh god, that looked so damaging. Like it hurt looking at it. And then he hit the trademark the Hanged Man Hammerlock DDT for the win. And I have no zero like I have zero complaints for that match. It was fantastic.
In my opinion, the best part of the match was the end.
Well, yeah, I mean, I just said what the end was though.
No. The ending.
Oh no,
What
no,
happened
I'm getting to it.
after
I'm
the
getting
match.
to it. Um, but yeah, the crowd, every it almost seemed like everyone was giving him like a send off because everyone was like standing saying thank you Johnny, blah blah blah, and then it you all will be familiar with how this will play out. If you've watched Takeover Chicago of 2017. So the camera pans to Gargano on the ramp. They have the NXT logo, the copyright, whatever, like the closing picture. And then out from the back of the camera, you see Gargano get hit by a crutch, and it pans out. It's Tommaso Ciampa. He's still
Yep.
covered in a knee brace, so it's gonna be maybe a couple weeks to a month before he's actually.
No, he's fully recovered. I've already
I was
read
reading
about
that
it.
he wasn't going to be ready till March.
No, he's ready. He's already been ready. He's cleared to come back
I don't know why he's wearing a knee brace then.
because sell
Yeah, but then
have people buy it.
yeah, but it doesn't make sense if he's fully repaired. Then they
No.
shouldn't have to sell it anyway.
Have people buying their time for him to come back.
Fair. He's probably going to be on the first episode of NXT when it drops. Um, but this is
More than likely, he's gonna be at. They're saving that match for Mania.
oh
They're
I
gonna
know
keep.
it's going to be the Mania takeover and they're going to burn down the house.
Yep, they are trying to preserve Ciampa, so they're gonna keep him with the knee brace on to show Ciampa is still injured. Blah blah blah. Even though he's ready to come back, not gonna be. That's what they're gonna be probably telling everyone It's back in. It's he's gonna be cleared in March. No, he's already cleared. It's just WWE selling the injury
That's
until
fair.
about March.
If, like what I feel like though, they're gonna end up making it like a no disqualification or last man standing. There's gonna be a stipulation to it because
Uh-huh.
it's a grudge match. And I feel like if it's gonna be like last man standing, he's gonna bring the knee brace with him. Because imagine getting hit by his running knee with that knee brace. Because that knee brace is made of metal. Like Jesus Christ, that's gonna do a lot of damage. Um, but yeah, NXT Takeover, it's definitely must watch. Like without a doubt, it's go watch it. If you don't got the network and you're a new subscriber, you get a free month and you'll get Elimination Chamber at the end of February. Just watch it. Um, so then we get into the next day, which is Royal Rumble, and there's 3 pre-show matches. We're not going to get into it too deep. It's a 205 live match of Kalisto and Metalik and Lindsay Dorado versus TJP, Jack Gallagher and Drew Gulak. The faces went over with Kalisto hitting a Sling Cell on TJP. It's stupid. I don't even know why they decided to do half this crap. But anyhow, next we had Revival versus Gallows and Anderson. Revival went over. They need to actually have something for Revival to do. There's no good faces on Raw. Like there's no real face teams on Raw right now. It's all heels.
Give it a minute. They're gonna be
Oh,
switching
I
over.
know. I'm just saying, like right now, it's like they're in very shallow waters unless once the shakeup comes in. Like if
Oh no, but they've already pretty much they're already setting up for it. Usos going to Raw, trading for the Revival. The Revival needs a new start. If they don't,
Yo,
they're
Revival
dumb.
versus Usos would be kind of not. Oh, no,
Yeah,
mind because it'd be
yeah,
Revival versus New Day because that was the original feud they were building up for and they didn't finish it.
huh.
Um, yeah. But
Long
next we got
term booking.
um Rude versus Mojo Rawley for the U.S. title. It was originally like an open challenge, but obviously Mojo was the one who walked out, and you can guess that Rude ended up winning.
Mm-hmm.
Um, which brings us to the main event, which is AJ Styles versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens for the WWE Championship match in a handicap match. This match was interesting in that in the beginning was kind of slow, to be honest, but that's kind of just their psychology in the match is try to take their time and pick apart AJ Styles, and then it had a really wonky finish where Sami Zayn was the legal man. It almost looked like he tagged in Owens, failed to do so. Sami Zayn was tossed outside. Then Kevin Owens took advantage, tried to go for a pop-up powerbomb. AJ Styles reversed it, and then gets into like a roll-up pinning predicament. Referee counts the 3, but in the match ends there. But Owens was never legal, and the thing is, they already had the precedent of having a second referee in the back with the Gable and I swear to God, why do people have to make noise when I'm recording? God damn it. With the Gable and Jordan when they won, when they weren't legal, they had a ref in the back saying, "Oh, this is not good, blah blah blah. You gotta restart the match." But they just kind of went with that. So if you start a precedent, you should kind of keep with it. So plot holes upon plot holes, and then they even said like, "Oh yeah," Shane says like, "Yeah, I saw the match. I don't care. Yeah, you guys lost." So kind of going like that.
Extending the feud between
I
Kevin
I
Owens
I
and
know it's just it's the fact of like it does leave plot holes, and like there's no WWE obviously is not famous for consistency, but
uh-huh.
it's things like that just irritate me.
But
So
the thing is, fans always complain about long term booking.
I never complain about long term booking.
No, not you in particular, but normal fans complain about long term booking.
Yeah, if anything, I complained about inconsistencies and plot holes because those ruin a story more than anything else. And WWE never really does long-term booking, and that's what irritates me the
Oh,
most.
yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Gargano Ciampa.
Yes, but well, the thing is, I want to argue NXT is a different entity. It because I really don't consider NXT
Well,
quite.
hypothetically, then a big long-term booking thing that all of us will hate to admit: Brock and fucking Roman.
Yeah, I mean, there's also AJ Styles and Nakamura. That's long-term booking too.
Mm, that's
Um,
been since the Money in the Bank.
but
What
it's
was
not.
it?
Yeah, it's been since the last Money in the Bank. But obviously
Uh-huh.
it's not as large of a booking as Roman versus Brock Lesnar 2 Electric Boogaloo. Yo, Carmella should cash in and become the Universal Champion. I'm so down for this. And obviously, let's we're not gonna be around the bush. Obviously, Roman Reigns is gonna be in Elimination Chamber. He's gonna win Elimination Chamber. It's There's no question about this. Um, Moving onwards though, we have the SmackDown tag titles on the line at a 2 out of 3 falls match with the Usos versus Gable and Benjamin. And the Usos picked a 2-0. They picked a clean 2-0. The
Which I
first,
found very weird.
yeah, it did. Like the first fall was actually really nice. Like it took a while just to get the first fall, and it took Gable had to eat like 8 super kicks and like 2 splashes just to get the first pin, and then the second pin just happened in 2 seconds. It was the match felt rushed, but it. I hope they're gonna do better with the match. I know originally said that Gable and Jordan, not Gable. I wish it was Gable and Jordan. Let's be real. Gable and Benjamin won the tag titles, but it because of the Usos and the DWI incident. But it's the
Yep.
whole. I know the crowd isn't behind Gable and Benjamin, but I think that's because the crowd is so behind Gable and Jordan that they want rather see American Alpha, not um World's Greatest Tag Team 1.5. Um, yeah, that's my best rationalization on that. But next we get to one of the bigger events of the evening, which was the 30-man men's Royal Rumble. Um, this one was very, very big. I'm gonna only go down a couple of names for the surprise entrance and then announce who won, just because there was a lot of it's a long match to say the least. We had the NXT champion Andrade Cien Almas. He entered in early. He was at number 7. Adam Cole Bebe. He was towards the end of the
Yeah,
list.
the Rumble's Iron Man was Finn Balor, who made it to
Yes.
the Final Four. Final Four of the match was Finn, Big Match John.
Yeah, the Final Four was Big Match John, Roman Reigns, Finn Balor, and Shinsuke Knox.
Yep.
But
You had Finn get eliminated by Cena, which set up their um match Monday.
yeah. Oh, but hold on. There's still a couple. There's like 2 names I forgot to mention because they're big names. At least one of them is. One of them being Hurricane, who lasted a full 45 seconds, and then Booyaka Booyaka 619. Rey Mysterio entered in at number 27, and I was so happy that he won. It was great.
Uh,
Um
at the end of it all, we had Finn get eliminated by Cena via, I think it was AA outside.
I think it was an AM. I'm not too sure.
Then you had Cena getting eliminated by Shinsuke. He took a Kinshasa through the ropes.
And WWE decided to give us a heart attack with Roman Reigns and Shinsuke being the last 2 in the ring.
Yep. So
Oh
either
my.
everyone's gonna be happy or everyone's gonna be pissed.
Oh my god, if they let Reigns win, that whole the Philly would have actually burned down the whole
But
arena. Like this is
but we
Philadelphia we're talking about.
but we got the good. We got the good.
And Shinsuke Nakamura, he got an interview in the middle of the ring, and he said, "Oh, who are you gonna challenge?" And he's like, "AJ Styles." So we get
Uh-huh.
AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura, which I predicted since WrestleMania 33.
Yep. I've been drinking that for a while myself, but like I wasn't surprised in the slightest. I'm happy that it's happening.
See, like what I like is that I sometimes like not being surprised. There's certain things where it's like because they'll sometimes decide to pull out. Oh, we'll surprise them by giving something they don't want. Like that's something that will always tick me off a little bit. But anyways, we got what we wanted with Shinsuke Nakamura. It was a great Royal Rumble match. Next we had Rollins and Jordan versus the Bar, and
The bar,
so this is where Jason Jordan's neck injury comes to play. So during the
which
match, he was shoved into the ring post neck first, and it kind of looked like he was concussed the whole match. So he wasn't even able to participate in the rest of the match. It became a handicap match, essentially, with the Rollins eating the pin and the Bar now becoming the champions. And I guess this was like it was a good way to at least protect Jordan. And I feel like he did get, like he got legitimately injured mid-match. At least like the look on Seth, it kind of looked like he was actually concerned. But then again, Seth is quite the actor. He did manage to play two people at once. So we got Lesnar versus Strowman versus Kane. We already know what the result is, but honestly, it was not that bad of a match. It was actually pretty good. It was a nice brutal match between three really huge people, but the finish was Lesnar was using Kane as a battering ram while Strowman was trying to get into the ring, so Strowman fell to ringside, and then off the rebound, Lesnar hits an F5 on Kane, gets the 1-2-3. So it works perfectly for Strowman's favor, so that way he never ate the pin, and he just looks strong overall. And we get to the most hyped, historic. I swear, if I played a drinking game on Royal Rumble, for every time they said historic, I'd be dead. The historic 30-woman Royal Rumble match, and I really liked it. I want to some parts.
I will say I was not happy with the ending. I'm honest with that. I was not happy.
No,
with
because you wanted Becky Lynch to win.
No, not even that.
Or because the fact that we got Nikki Bella versus Asuka at the end.
No, the way okay.
Oh wait, no. If you're talking about you know who.
No, it's just the point. We were having a conversation about this. The thing is, we were disappointed. I'm not mad, but I'm more disappointed.
You sound like your parents.
Whatever.
But I mean, some returns. We had actually, obviously, a lot of returns because the female roster is paper thin. We had Lita, Kairi Sane, Tori Wilson, Molly Holly of all people.
No,
Michelle
I'm so
McCool.
happy. Kind of yelped when I heard about it. Something I heard about Holly.
You yelled?
I yelped.
Oh, yelped.
Like yeah,
Yo, I mean, I was so happy to see Michelle McCool, to be honest. Yo, I kind of wanted to see her do a tombstone, to be honest. That would have been hilarious. Vicky Guerrero.
Oh, that was probably one of the best parts of the night.
I laughed so hysterically. I'm like, oh my god, is this real life? Kelly was in that match. I don't know why. Kelly is just bad.
Hot piece of ass.
I'm not a fan.
He's a hot piece of
TNA,
ass.
and I don't mean the total nonstop action kind of variety. Jacqueline was an entrance. Ember Moon was there for a relatively long time, but she also was having to work essentially injured, so definitely hindered
With
her in that.
Ember Moon, they're setting up for her versus Asuka.
Uh,
I think this. I
Obviously,
think. I think this is another long term booking thing.
I mean we already
Asuka's
seen it before, so it's not technically long. They're just extending the feud. They're
no
not.
no no no. Do you know why it's long term booking, Chris?
Why? Because it's gonna happen at Mania next year.
No 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 no. Not just that. She's gonna be the one to take Asuka on the defeat streak.
Oh my god, that would be giving Ember Moon the biggest push of like all time.
Huh.
Because Asuka actually has a larger undefeated streak than Goldberg.
Huh.
Jesus Christ.
They're gonna give it to Ember. I was hearing that rumor. Like that's some extreme long term booking.
I'll be completely happy with that. Um, but just name a couple of other names that were on the list. Beth Phoenix was there.
Ugh.
Both the Bella Twins, and last but not least, Trish Stratus. Though, like,
Yeah.
Michelle McCool picked up a ton of eliminations. It was kind of ridiculous.
But Michelle McCool was looking rough, bro.
She wasn't that bad.
Dude, at the beginning of the match, she fell through the ropes. She missed shot in a boot, and it was a terrible boot, bro.
I I'd say give her some slack, cut her some slack, considering like she probably hasn't been in a ring for a long time.
Oh no, no, I'm very well aware of it.
So that's why I say like she didn't do that bad.
Oh no, I will say she could have did more, but unfortunately, she was yikes.
She actually holds the record in that Rumble for the most eliminations in a female Royal Rumble. Of all the eliminations, she holds the most with 5. So we have that, and Nia Jax and Nikki Bella are tied for second. The more you know. But yeah, so Asuka wins, eliminates Nikki Bella to become the first winner of the historic women's Rumble match, and both the champions joined the center of the ring. Asuka's asked who she wants to pick to face at Mania, and you hear crap, I can't remember. It's a Joan Jett song. No, it's not. Whatever. Different music hits, considering it's also copyrighted music, which is why they edited it off of Raw the next day. It's Ronda Rousey. And even though I'm kind of just joking, like, Ronda, the 31st entrant to the Royal Rumble match. But she walks down to the ring, tries to shake Asuka's hand, and she rejects it. Ronda Rousey points to the WrestleMania sign, shakes Stephanie's hand, points to the WrestleMania sign, goes to the ramp, points to the WrestleMania sign, and the show's ending.
I'm fairly sure we're going to see Asuka versus Charlotte at Mania.
But they've been building Alexa Bliss and Asuka so hard.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I meant, did I say Asuka and Charlotte?
You just said Asuka and Charlotte, my dude.
I meant to say,
Bliss.
Charlotte and, what's her face?
You meant to say Charlotte and Rousey?
Yeah, Charlotte and Rousey, yeah.
But apparently, I think some sources are saying it's going to be Rock and... So WrestleMania might have Rock and a mystery opponent versus Triple H and Stephanie. And with our best guess, I think we can figure out who the mystery partner is. If that is
the case, yeah. But I have a feeling we're gonna see Hunter versus the Olympic gold medalists at Mania.
It all depends what's gonna happen in the next couple of weeks. Just like how we still have a chance to see Taker versus Cena. We have a chance. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. We have a chance because of the whole Elias situation.
I can see Taker be the reason he loses at the Chamber.
See, and that's a good way to at least get out of the Elias feud. If Taker gets involved with the Elimination Chamber match, it's a perfect way to drop a story because there's now a bigger focal point. Elias, yes, he needs a good feud, but right now during WrestleMania season's not the time. For at least for Cena, big match John, he shouldn't be working middle card matches. But yeah, overall, Royal Rumble was, I'd say, pretty good.
Okay.
I mean, the title matches were okay. Some of them were better than others. And then the Royal Rumble matches themselves, they made the night, in my opinion. The more I look at it now, yeah, the men's was definitely better. I was definitely riding off of nostalgia when I was watching the women's Royal Rumble, but
Yep. See, what I found so weird because they were announcing that there's going to be like 9 NXT women in there, and I guess they swayed away from NXT women to go more legends.
I think they made a last minute poll because I almost was certain they were going to have like Billie Kay and Peyton Royce in there.
Nikki Cross and all of them were there too. Like, what the fuck?
I don't know. I would have been so happy if I saw Peyton Royce and Billie Kay on there.
Yeah, I would at least like them at the Rumble. I think you could have saved Ember. Like some of those legends you could have saved for Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. Goddamn.
Well, I think their logic with Ember Moon was, oh, we already had our male NXT champion. Why not put our female one on? That's at least the logic I see with them. But and just because we forgot to mention the Iron Woman for the Royal Rumble was Sasha Banks, who entered as number 1, and she lasted a total of 54 minutes and 46 seconds. Which is definitely nothing to
frown upon.
Exactly. It's, I think, only like a matter of a couple of minutes shorter than Finn Balor, which is ridiculous.
Not gonna lie, I was mad at Finn.
Why, you wanted him to win?
I had money on Finn, bro.
Oh, that's right, because of the pool. Yo, who ended up winning?
Men was Ace with Shinsuke. Women was Zach.
Oh, yo, as soon as I'm pretty sure like Ace saw he had Shinsuke, he's like, yo, I got this in the bag now.
No, yeah, he wasn't there watching with us, but he watched it like afterwards, post Mania.
Just like how as soon as Zach found out he had Asuka, he's like, I win.
Yeah, pretty much. No, we had with Shinsuke, we were like, Finn has a chance. Finn definitely has a chance. Because for later,
he also had high betting odds too. Like on the betting sites, he was like top 4.
Because they were like, because they kept at the last second, they kept reiterating, the winner gets to challenge any champion they want. So everyone was like, oh, any champion they want?
AJ versus Finn, let's go.
At Mania? Wait.
That means we get the Demon, that we would get the Phenomenal One versus the Demon King at a proper
and
booking.
Everyone was, and they were like, oh, yes, this is so good. But
you know,
then,
we still got a good match out of it, though. Either way, we still won.
Yep. At the same time, I wanted Finn to be final 2 versus Finn and Shinsuke. That's what I wanted at the very least. Final 2.
Nah, WWE wanted to make sure that we knew our place. But anyhow, Royal Rumble, at least with Ronda Rousey, I felt her presence was just kind of pointless a little bit. If she made an appearance in the Rumble, I felt like that would have been a little bit better. Like if you took a Kelly and put in Ronda Rousey, it would have been a lot better.
You want to know why we don't think she made an appearance in the Rumble?
Why is that?
Because
well, she made an appearance at the Rumble, not in the Rumble.
No. We have a theory. We were speculating throughout the entire night. You wonder why the Rumble was set up like it was?
Why is that?
We think Ronda wasn't because they kept saying Ronda was in Colombia and she had pictures of her in Colombia filming, right?
Well, it was supposed to be a swerve. It was an intentional swerve.
No. She actually went to Colombia. Yeah,
she came back. AJ has been on tours and magically showed up to...
No. Listen. We predicted that the reason why they did the way they did, they were giving the way they had the match lined up. They gave her time to fly back. because they were trying to cut it as close as possible so no one would know if she decides if she shows up or not. You know what I'm saying? No.
Yeah, but that's literally what I was getting at. That the swerve would not fool me because they even said like, oh yeah, AJ at literally last minute was able to get on a plane to fight Finn Balor because meningitis MVP. WWE's been all about those last minute calls, especially even with Hardy with the Hardys at Mania. They kept that so under the rug, it was ridiculous. Like you almost felt like they were gonna be carried like in like body bags and shit. Moving on, we had Raw this week. They hyped up that we had 3 qualifier matches for the Elimination Chamber, and they also hyped up that there will be a women's Elimination Chamber, so Asuka doesn't have to choose who she faces until after Elimination Chamber.
I would not be.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised she chooses Bliss, to be honest, though.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Sasha pull off a win at the end.
Yeah, but she never defends her title successfully. She has yet to actually defend her title successfully.
Well, no, everyone's confirming Asuka's winning at Mania. No one expects Asuka to lose at Mania, bro. So
no one expects Asuka to lose at all.
Oh no, I expect Asuka to lose down the road. Hell yeah, I expect Asuka to lose, bro.
Yeah, down the road when we get Ember Moon versus Asuka at Mania. See, that would be a more fitting place for her to end her streak. You can't just end it at like a random pay-per-view like Payback, because then it kind of just deflates everything. But they talked about the Women's Elimination Chamber match, so we got that to look forward to.
To be fair, they did to Braun.
What about Braun?
They ended Braun's undefeated streak like a really random fucking review when he fought Sammy.
Yeah, but his wasn't as established though. To be fair, like his undefeated streak was maybe like in the 10s. Asuka's in the 100s. So like that's the big thing. Like, if you're really gonna end it on like a random episode of Raw, or like a random pay-per-view, that would leave such a sour taste in my mouth. But moving on, first match of the night was Braun Strowman versus Kane in the last man standing match to qualify for the Elimination Chamber, and it ended with Strowman flipping up the stage where the commentary table is set up and flipping it completely on top of Kane, and the referee just completely stopped the match. Didn't even count, just stopped the match entirely.
Braun murdered people.
That man is scary. Like, legit, like, I've seen the promos for Elimination Chamber, no, I'm sorry, not Chamber, the Mixed Match Challenge with Bliss, and it's so hilarious, but I'm just like, this man is terrifying. Like, whose man's is this? But yeah, that was great. So at least we get to see him in Elimination Chamber. Next, we got Elias versus Woken Matt Hardy in a Chamber qualifier match. Elias winning with the drift away. I'm so tired of seeing Matt Hardy eat every single pin every single week. Especially when it was at
Yeah, he's supposed to be woken, but he's not woken enough.
What's up?
He's supposed to be woken, but apparently he's not woken enough.
No, Vince ain't woke enough, to be honest. But the funny thing is, because this isn't really mentioned by WWE, but if you go on YouTube and go, obviously you're already on YouTube if you're watching this, it's on his YouTube channel, Matt Hardy Brand. He's actually posting videos of the Woken universe where he's talking about King Maxwell and all that. So if you want to get introduced to what's essentially going to be the W's version of Final Deletion, definitely go start checking out his videos. It might as well be used as promo material at this point. But I'm just annoyed. But yeah, Elias is going to Elimination Chamber. So next we had Miz with the Miz Taraj versus Reigns for the IC title. Obviously, Miz winning with heel tactics. No surprise. Which also means we're going to get Reigns qualifying for the Elimination Chamber and whatever qualifier match he has to go in. Next we had Revival versus Slater and Rhino. Obviously, Revival squashed them. And they cut actually a really nice promo. Almost felt like a shoot. Almost did. Kind of like comparing them to like all-time old school greats. I think they were comparing themselves to the Graham brothers, if I'm not mistaken. And basically just keep saying that there's like no competition for them, and a whole thing, but they know how to do their promos. So I'm perfectly okay with it. Asuka versus Sasha Banks, and this match was okay. Obviously Asuka wins with the Asuka lock. Well, obviously it's not obvious that it was going to be the Asuka lock, but yeah. Asuka won. Just because, why would you lose your undefeated streak? But those kind of matches, I'm just like, oh, what if Sasha Banks wins? Well, she won't though. But nice try there, WWE. Next we had, I believe, a title match of The Bar versus Titus O'Neil and Apollo Crews. This felt random. It's all hell to me, but The Bar won, and I'm almost certain Crews almost broke his damn neck because he took a really nasty powerbomb that was botched, and he landed really bad on his neck. I was like actually legitimately scared that he was gonna break his neck, just like with the Asuka and Sasha Banks match. Asuka kicked Sasha Banks when she was in middle rope dive, and she fell awkwardly, where luckily half the drop was broken from the ring apron with her bottom half of the body, so she didn't really hit it like a face plant, like head first, but it was still like a rough impact where you're just like, ooh, that's not nice. But yeah, there was those two were some pretty bad botches that night. Like, and I mean bad as that someone could have got really hurt. And then the final match of the night is John Cena versus Finn Balor to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. And this match had everybody like worked up. The whole crowd was just so against Cena. Obviously, because it's Philadelphia. But the match was incredibly close. Cena had to use an avalanche attitude adjustment just to put away Finn Balor. But honestly, great match. I got no complaints.
But at the end of the day, we know Cena wins.
Yeah, big match. John wins elimination qualifier match, but then he's gonna get screwed out of the match. If we're doing fantasy booking, it's gonna be Undertaker's going to distract him, and either Cena eats a spear or Cena eats a drift away. One of the two is happening. Actually, no. Cena would pin Elias, but then
Yep,
Cena
he's going to Cena pin Elias, and then that's going to end their feud, and then have Undertaker distract Cena take a spear.
Yeah, or Strowman power slamming him.
Or F5 would be a thing.
Wait, but Lesnar's on the match.
It's an elimination chamber, dude. The champ is
wait,
the
that's
championship.
Right. No, it's an elimination. No, because it's not a champion. It's to face Brock Lesnar at Mania.
Oh wait, is that what the elimination chamber is?
Yeah, this is a qualifier match. Like
that's
this
really
is a qualifier
weird.
For the elimination chamber, where it's gonna be 6 people to be a number 1 contendership match at Mania. It's a guaranteed main event spot.
That's fucking weird.
Not really, if you think about it. It's like, oh, well, we didn't get a Royal Rumble winner, so let's just do with this.
That's fair.
It makes sense to me. It's kind
of
like
it's because I'm so used to seeing every time I see elimination chamber, it's like, oh, champs in the match, blah blah.
Yeah, that the because yeah, it's supposed to be a championship match, um, but I like how they're doing it in a different style where it's now a um a number one contendership match essentially, and it feels like there's
Uh-huh.
more on the line too. Because now you don't have five contenders, you have six contenders, and it kind of just adds more to the fight. Because see
Uh-huh.
if Lesnar was in the match, it wouldn't work because then it kind of takes away from Mania too. Um, because you know how Brock Lesnar is, he likes to have those big matches and have like 10 matches per year. Um,
Oh,
but
and that's that's one thing I do appreciate about Ronda. She's not here to be temporary like Brock. She wants to wrestle throughout the year. Thank fucking God.
I mean, he knows his worth, so you know what? I respect it. Even though
He still
everyone's
can get
like,
his.
I was about to say that everyone is so crossover. Him being champion and being a part timer. I'm like, yeah, but it also adds more prestige to the title, in the sense of like it's being only defended to actual contenders,
I'm
and
gonna say this now. The real title of the two titles
the WWE
is
Championship. Yes, you're correct. You're
yep,
completely correct.
and that's because we see the champion every week. We see what the champ does every week and stuff like that.
And
Because the thing is, if you really want your title to be special, the special title is the one that the hardcore wrestling fans knows, and that's the WWE champion for us. Most of us see the Universal Champion as the
the casuals,
yep,
and
filthy fucking casuals.
I basically the one thing I kind of want to. Uh, I was about to shoot on something, but I forget what I was gonna do. Because I don't think it was gender that I was gonna shoot on. It was something else. Crap! It was something to do with championships. Oh wait, Reigns. That's right. When Reigns was IC champion, while we're talking about championships, the way he carried the IC title, I got so pissed off. He carried it like a sack of potatoes. Like he didn't actually care that he was champion, and that's a prestigious belt. Pat Patterson was, I believe, the first champion of that one, the first person that won that title.
Uh-huh.
And there's a lot of prestige with the IC title. I I don't see why you want to carry it like it's almost a burden. It that just made me so annoyed because he would always like carry it over his shoulder, and not even like the title style where the belt is facing forward and it's displayed to the camera. He would carry the titles behind him, um, so on screen you just see the strap. Like, it just made me so annoyed because like if you have a championship, you want to wear it with pride, especially when the commentary's like, "Oh, he's a proud champion, he's a fighting champion," but you're carrying it like you don't give a crap. I I was just I'm just so happy he's not champion right now. Ugh. That ends my rant there. Um, so
So you know who
SmackDown,
was in SmackDown?
yeah, we had a fatal four way to determine the next contender for the U.S. Championship, which it was between Jinder Mahal, Kofi Kingston, your boy Woo 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 Zack Ryder, and it's Rusev Day. And I mean the match was alright. Um, Big Rusev got the submission win on Kofi Kingston with the accolade. So now we're gonna get Rusev versus Rude. Except like
Yep.
the one thing I don't like right now, there's no definitive heel between the two.
No,
I
there doesn't need to be one. The thing WWE has fans so used to. We need a definitive heel. We
I
don't.
know, but like it at least would add a little bit more to the build. But
I think the build of this match is literally, hey, these are two guys who everyone fucking loves.
yo,
Who do you cheer
everyone is
for?
eating up Rusev Day right now. It was fantastic.
Rusev Day.
As soon as
Rusev Day.
Rusev was announced, like he drew yeah, he drew number one. Um, and as soon as anything was just like, hey guys, you know what day it is? And everyone just screaming Rusev Day.
Rusev Day.
And on the pre-show with even though Pete Rosenberg was at the table, and I hate Pete Rosenberg with a burning passion. He just annoys me beyond belief. Sam Roberts is in the crowd, and while he's in the crowd, everyone's chanting Rusev Day like aggressively. It was fantastic. But much love for Rusev, honestly. Rusev Day. Every day is Rusev Day. What a better way to win the title on Rusev Day. Don't quit your day job.
I don't plan on it, but it's Rusev Day, motherfucker.
Next we had Blunger Brothers versus Jobbers. You already know how that goes.
Oh, don't forget about the promo from the
Which promo?
From the crap. The Usos.
Oh yeah.
Lockdown.
The Usos had a whole like lockdown promo, and I really want. So I find irony in this. So as they're talking about how they have everything on lock, after every bar they drop, they have this like graphic of a jail cell bar dropping, and I find it really ironic because one of them got locked up about a week ago for DWI.
DWI. DUI?
DWI, which is a DWI.
Yeah.
DUI is different because DUI implies drugs. Under the influence is different than while intoxicated. Fun fact.
But they cut the lockdown promo. Everybody locked down.
They're just fire with promos, honestly. Like they definitely found their niche. They found the gimmick, and they're making it work. I got no complaints with that. We had Baron Corbin versus Ty Dillinger. Baron Corbin won in 10 minutes. Oh yeah, so just speaking of Ty Dillinger, so he was supposed to be number 10, obviously, in Royal Rumble this year, and he got taken out backstage by Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, and then Sami Zayn took his spot. So feels bad, man, that we couldn't get Ty Dillinger.
But then again, I'm happy because we didn't get that same thing 2 years in a row.
But like Ty Dillinger, 10.
I'm kind of Ty too, but I don't want the perfect 10
They
thing.
need to use Ty Dillinger better, honestly. Like he does deserve. He's shown he knows how to do his job, but they're just not giving him an opportunity. Like if we get like Ty Dillinger versus Rude, and have, even if Ty Dillinger loses, but they make Ty Dillinger look really strong, that'll do wonders for him. But that's just my 2 cents. Then we got Breezango versus Gable and Benjamin.
Another quick one.
Yeah, that obviously it's a joke match. And then main event night was Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. It ended with a double finisher of like AJ Styles hitting like this kick, and then Shinsuke hits the Kinshasa and gets the 1-2-3. And it kind of just sets up the dissension between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And yeah, this is kind of just going to start to implode as weeks go on. SmackDown, kind of underwhelming, to be honest. But at the same time, like, Royal Rumble was just Sunday. They kind of need a little... Since they only have 2 hours to work with, they kind of need a little bit more time to work into stories. And they don't... Their next pay-per-view is like a month and a half away. So they got a lot of time to build stories. Right after SmackDown, we had Mixed Match Challenge on Facebook Live, which was Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss versus Sami Zayn and Lynch. And
Best Mixed Match Challenge so far.
I'd probably say it's the best one so far.
I fucking love Braun. I fucking absolutely love Braun.
Okay. So did you see the promos with Strowman and Bliss leading up to the match?
Flip the car, yeah.
Oh my god. Trying to teach Bliss how to lift up a car. And he's like, no, use your legs, not your back. And she's like, I got a better idea. I was just waiting for her to like they just cut to another scene and like she flips over like a Hess toy truck. I would have laughed hysterically if that was the
Them
case.
two, them two are such a good combo. I enjoy this so
I
much.
actually want to see them as a legitimate. Like, I want them to actually bring back mixed gender tag matches. And, like, this makes me actually wish this was their gimmicks. Like, Strowman and Bliss just work so well together. They even have they had group T-shirts that said "Get these hands." It was so great, and they ordered each other the same shirt, but in their respective sizes. So Alexa Bliss would order two shirts, but in her size. So Strowman was like struggling to get on his, and then when Strowman ordered hers, it was like twice the size of Alexa. It's great. And then Becky Lynch and Sami Zayn, they were calling themselves the Ginger Snaps, which it was such a stupid name, but it's so great. Like, I can't even lie. It sounds like you have a response, Conscious.
Um, I love Becky Lynch. I think the combo of Becky and Sammy was actually perfect too.
It. I just found Strowman just so hilarious.
I love Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman is the most interesting thing about Raw week after week, and I fucking love him.
And, like, how he acts in real life is just like
He's such a
he's a
nice guy in
jokester.
real life. He's such a nice guy.
It's like, oh, on TV I like to tear apart people limb for limb, but on my free time I like to joke around with everybody.
Hmm.
I honestly, once WrestleMania 35 comes around to New York, New Jersey, I'm probably gonna go out of my way to try to get his autograph or take a picture with him, one of the two.
But remember, Braun.
Oh yeah, no. If somehow my buddy records a video of it, I so want to just scream Braun with Braun Strowman.
Roar! I found out he doesn't scream Braun, he just screams Roar! I was
Oh,
like, okay.
I always thought he screamed Braun. It sounds
No,
like
no, he
that.
just Roar! No, he just screams, straight up yells. It's no, he doesn't say Braun nothing. He just straight up yells.
Yeah, but like if you listen to when you listen to the entrance, doesn't it sound like he's screaming Braun?
Yeah, no, it sounds like he said he's saying Braun, but no, he's straight up just saying Roar.
That's actually Raw XD. You imagine Braun Strowman as a scene kid.
Okay, so
Next we had 205 Live.
Yeah, well, we've got to focus because this has been a long video.
Yeah. So Daniel Bryan finally announces the new GM, which we were both right. It's Rockstar Spud, but he's now under a new name of Drake Maverick. I hate
Yep.
I hate the name. I really wish they just let him keep Rockstar Spud.
Uh,
It does. I mean, it's a great GM name, but I don't like it.
my issue is what the fuck is up with your skin, bro? Why is his skin that color?
Oh, Rockstar Spud? I thought he always looked like that.
No, he was white. Like, that's just a really shitty spray tan they gave him. It's so terrible.
Blame Vinnie Mac?
I guess, dude. Oh God, it's so terrible. It makes me.
So
No.
moving on, we have Maverick announcing the Cruiserweight title tournament.
I feel like
resetting everything that we've been working up for with Cedric Alexander. Oh, that man has been through too much. I feel so sorry.
I was like,
Cedric.
Cedric got screwed again. Again.
To be fair, I'm almost certain he's gonna win the title. At this point, if he doesn't win the title, that'll be literally the biggest screw job for him.
I'm screwing Cedric, man.
I'm pretty sure the tourney's gonna end at like the final match is gonna be held at Mania. I'm almost certain.
It's confirmed already.
Okay, I didn't watch all 205, so I mean, I only know bits and pieces.
Well, once I did.
For one, but I have to start watching more just because the matches are actually becoming good.
Yep, Cedric. We had the first two tournament matches. You had Cedric versus
Grand
Grand Metalik,
with obviously
and you had
Cedric going over.
Yeah, Cedric and Gurley put on a great show, finished on a lumbar check. Then you had
But
TJP versus.
TJP and Tyler Bate though, like
I
that was amazing for heel
I'm not gonna
tactics.
lie, I was livid in that match.
Why? Because Tyler Bate's your
He
boy.
no, realistically, Tyler Bate looks so weak right now.
I
The
know, but
sheer
the thing is, they shouldn't put Tyler Bate on 205 Live. Then they should put him on some. They should just keep him at NXT, have them compete for the UK Championship, and actually do something with that belt for once.
poor Tyler,
I
he just
trust
got
me. I
shafted.
feel I completely feel your pain, but I mean it was still a great match regardless.
Yeah,
It,
yes.
it was good heel tactics with TJP, Tyler Bate pulling out all the stops on the match. This was another great week for matches on 205 Live, and that's surprising to say the least. And then NXT this week was filmed as kind of a pre-show to Takeover. They always say it's the aftermath of NXT. It's really always before the show. Um,
Uh,
and I would know because I've been to those shows in person. Um, so the first match that we had Nikki Cross versus Lacey Evans, with Nikki Cross going over. There's really nothing to that match, honestly. It was just there. Um,
uh,
TM61 versus the Early Brothers. Obviously TM61 getting the win because of them just coming back from injury. But
uh,
at least this had some build to it, just because of they were. It only had build to TM61 because of the documentaries and all that. So at least they got that going for them. And then we have but as side tangent, at least somewhere down the line we'll see TM61 versus Undisputed Era, and that'll be pretty good.
yeah.
And then final match of the night we had Roderick Strong versus Tyler Bate for the WWE UK Championship. As for a title shot. I'm sorry. It's for the number one contendership.
And Tyler Bate lost again.
Well, technically, if we're counting in reality, Tyler Bate lost before 205 Live.
He lost again.
I mean, but the
Piss.
thing, at least give Roderick Strong some credit, because he's hasn't been having a good time either.
I will say Roderick is good. I can't give Roderick shit. Roderick is good. Roderick is great wrestler. Blah blah blah. But
No,
I'm still pissed.
salty boy.
I am very salty boy.
But the thing is, my logic around this right now is they've been screwing Roderick over time and time again, longer than Tyler Bate, and at least this gives Roderick some time to shine in the light for a little bit, if we're lucky. Um,
Uh,
but obviously Roderick Strong's not going to defeat Pete Dunne. I think we can both easily argue that.
uh,
I want the UK Championship to actually be defended. It's defended like maybe twice a year right now.
it's because they still don't have a brand for them. They're still just kind of
I don't know
in.
why they can't just nix some matches on NXT that feel kind of pointless.
Uh,
It like I know they don't have a brand, but they have so many so many UK people. They could literally just put a show, or if they, because Progress, don't they own Progress?
close relationship.
I'd say them, really, why not just try to make a brand deal with Progress and air the UK Championship, like have a UK show on the network, and it's aired at Progress or Evolve, whichever. Honestly, I feel like that would work the best. So
The
that way it's
problem with
actually
that is
being defended.
the problem with that is this is some specific wrestlers who work for the company, who work for Progress and Evolve, that WWE does not want or don't really want. that doesn't really because Evolve and Progress both have been known for their independent stars premiering day, right?
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying because of WWE production, they could still pick and choose who appears on the show or not.
No, that's the thing that loses the owner money at the same time. And the thing is, WWE doesn't want like WWE realizes if they really want to make a dent in the UK market, you cannot take what's already there and try to build up of it. They want to build it themselves, which I think is smart. If you want to build a UK brand, build it yourself.
I know, but they're just going about it wrong right now because the division, the UK title is right now feeling meaningless, and everyone that got signed over for the UK tournament, they're not being used. Trent Seven's barely used. Uh, crap. Mark Andrews is barely used. Danny Burch is barely used. It. I'm just. I'm just mad, honestly. But I can go on a tangent forever on how they keep me misusing talent, but I'm gonna stop myself right there. But thank you guys very much for watching this week in WWE. Like, comment, subscribe, do what you do, and we'll see you guys next time.
Follow me on Twitter, Conscious94.
No, no, don't follow.
1994. No, false.
Don't follow that.
Conscious
man.
1994. 1994. Follow
That
my
man
Twitter.
Doesn't even use Twitter. He uses MySpace. He uses MySpace.
Then peep my MySpace.
Yo, he's on. Make sure you check out his MySpace, guys.
Yes, check out my MySpace.
See you guys next time.
Bye.